We actually met briefly in Miami during Music Week.
Very briefly.
Every time I meet someone at Factory Town in Miami, bro, it's embarrassing because we'll chat afterwards, and it's one of those places where I just didn't really remember that well.
Yeah. When I was like studying engineering, and there was all this maths and like sort of super difficult subjects, and I was like, I cannot do this for the rest of my life. I need to do what I love. And I was like, do you know what? Even if I do the music and it fails, I'd rather just fail at music and be like, well, I gave it a shot, you know?
Like Sunday, I was walking around at 10 a.m. I would see people getting on it early in the day. Just breakfast pint. It's totally normal. You know?
Breakfast pint is crazy.
I was just like, geez, bro. Big EP dropping.
Super
exciting fucking year, bro.
Yeah, man. Very, very gas. I have no idea how it's going to go, so we're just here for the ride.
How we doing, Omar?
I'm good. Welcome to London.
Thank you, brother. All good?
Yes, sir.
Feeling good?
Very good, man. Very happy to be here.
Glad to have you here, brother. Well, I'm super excited. Episode 31 of TSL Time Podcast. Not in the TSL studio in Miami. It's funny, we were talking a few weeks ago when I told you I was coming through, and we actually met briefly in Miami during Music Week.
Very briefly.
That was a night.
It was a funny encounter.
Every time I meet someone at Factory Town in Miami, bro, it's embarrassing because we'll chat afterwards, and it's one of those places where people really get after it.
Yeah.
I just didn't really remember that well.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't think anyone was sober there either anyway.
Yeah.
I think there was a single sober person there.
That was your first Music Week in Miami. That was your first time in Miami.
Yeah, first time in Miami. Probably like the best time to come as well.
Yeah, did you enjoy it a lot?
Yeah, it was insane, bro.
Did you go with were you there with Josh?
So I saw Josh out there, but I didn't go with him. No.
Oh, okay. You were just visiting for fun?
Yeah, I was with my boy. So my boy from Sarasota.
Oh, right. Your best friend lives in Sarasota.
Yeah, exactly. So it's perfect timing. So just went up to visit him, and then we drove down to Miami and stayed there for like 4 nights, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
You hit the beach?
Yeah, hit the beach. Yeah, it's nice. It hits when you're hungover after a big night, you just hit the beach. It's nice.
Oh yeah. A little beach day, Coke Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Throw in an African shuggy, a little pouch, and I'm good to go. What's the closest beaches you have to from here in London? I mean, you're in North London, right?
Yeah, I'm North London. I mean, I think like probably if you go straight down south, you'll get to like Brighton Beach. I'm guessing that's the quickest one. But I mean, I wouldn't guess up the beaches in England that much, to be honest. Not compared to Miami beaches.
Yeah, but the best thing about being in Europe, I would say, is that you can take a fucking 1-2 hour flight.
Yeah.
A whole different place.
Yeah, man.
So the US is just so big.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I was meeting people in the US who had like just never left the US, and that was just pretty normal. Like people just go on holiday in the US and just go about there.
Yeah, there's people who just won't leave the US until like mid-20s, 30s.
Yeah.
Because it's expensive. It's really expensive.
Yeah,
the flight to get to Europe, I mean, unless you book it tons of months in advance.
Yeah.
Is so expensive. The only time it wasn't that expensive was I think like a little period after lockdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because all the flights are cheap then. Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
That's awesome. So you love Miami?
Bro, I love it. I'm like itching to get back out there already.
Yeah, I'm sure you will be.
Yeah, hopefully, bro. Hopefully. That's the plan.
You've been traveling a lot. I mean, dude, let's talk a little bit about this year so far. You've been on a fucking tear, brother.
Mate, it's been mental. It just happened quickly as well. So I'm just like getting used to it right now. But
yeah, quick growth and just like those moments of just like the rocket ship taking off. Like, how does it feel if you could?
Bro, it's just like a dream come true, isn't it? Like it's just what you work for so long. And like also it looks like it's so super quick now, which it is. But also like I've been making music for a long time as well. Like before this, like I've been making music for about 10 years. Yeah. But then it's just like something just clicks, and when it all just starts to like come together, it just supercharges and then just goes from there. That's kind of what happened this year.
It's so crazy how that works. It's like everyone sees the results, not everyone sees the work, but it's all that time. Out of nowhere, something.
Yeah. Exactly.
And would you say that back it up? I mean, and everything leading up to that release with Josh was kind of like that big catapult moment.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, back up was just the moment.
It's just been insane.
Yeah, definitely, bro. It's been mental.
At Fuse this Sunday, I mean, when Josh played it, it was just the crowd went insane, bro.
I remember like the first time I saw a crowd reaction was when Josh played at Fabric, and that was like the first time I'd actually seen him play it out in front of a crowd, and I was like, what? I didn't realize people like this song that much. Like it's crazy. Yeah,
talk to us a little bit about the story behind the song. I know you spoke about it a bit on TikTok. Your friend did the vocals for...
So my friend Bianca did the vocals for Something to Me and Misleading. And then she invited me to Josh's show. So I was like in the booth with Josh there, met him after the show. And then, I think the next day I just sent him a bunch of demos I was working on. And like Back It Up was one of the demos, but it was like, it sounded completely different to how it sounds now. And then, basically Josh just like reworked the whole song and just turned it into something crazy. And he did it super quick as well. super quick, and then we had it then.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
It's funny how, I mean, Josh, and I mean, I'm sure you could, maybe you've experienced this too, but some of those best moments, the biggest hits are just the ones that, you know, you sent him, you know, back it up, and then he reworked and boom, it's like.
Literally. Like, I think you can't try and make a hit. You can't sit down and be like, I'm going to make a hit today. Like, it will just, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen, you know?
Yeah.
You just have to be patient, just keep making music.
And when he sent you back his updated version, what were you thinking, like, when you loaded it in, played it?
Straight away, as soon as he sent it, I was just like, oh. Because especially before I sent it to him as well, I sent him a few songs, and like, I didn't even think that much of, because like the production I did on it was pretty brief, and then he just made it just sounded a lot different after he worked on it, and it was just like, yeah. Then I realized, like, yeah, this is gonna be big.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been going crazy all over social media. I mean, everyone, the reactions to it in the crowds are nuts, man. It must be such a good feeling, dude. Good work, man.
Thank you.
That's so sick.
Yeah. No, I'm gassed.
That's awesome. I mean, and everyone is talking about, you know, you have a few other unreleased tracks with, I mean, your EP coming up. We'll get into it, but you have one with Stus as well.
Yeah. Very excited about that one.
And that one you guys have been teasing now for a while.
Yeah, we've been
since January almost now.
Yeah. It's been ages. But yeah, that again, like that one is just mad how that happened. He just hit me up, and then again, I just sent him some demos, and he was like, I want to work on one of these, and then we just created a new song out of it. And yeah, again, it's just like a crazy feeling, man. Like when that happens, you just never expect it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I can't really relate, but at least when Rossi made that meme SoundCloud track with my voice sampled in it and he played it, I think it was the most surreal moment of my life.
Yeah.
That was the night we met, dude. I was completely off it. I just couldn't believe it when he played it. I was like, what the
Did you ever think you'd be hearing your voice like
Never.
blasting in a rave like that?
It was nuts. I mean, it was just more crazy to see like the people. I mean, he's never played this before, and just people like dancing to it and loving it. And I was just like, holy shit.
Nah, I mean, I remember because I was there as well when it played. And I was so confused because I had no idea that.
I was even more confused because Hamza just, you know, Rossi's manager, he taps me and he's just like, yo, he's about to play it. And I'm like, what? What do you mean?
That's mental.
It was absolutely nuts. But I wanted to ask you, when it comes to, you know, because you're doing something that I feel like not many other people are doing right now, you know, blending these elements of like, you know, a bit of rap, vocals into house music.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had heard a bit of that, not as much before. I mean, at least in the US,
yeah.
This is very emerging music.
Yeah.
And I mean, how did this whole style come about?
Yeah, I mean, it came about because I used to make like R&B, hip hoppy kind of music, and like, I mean, that's still like I love that kind of music as well. But I think if you're in the UK and you love to party, you're naturally just gonna fall in love with dance music. I feel like it's unavoidable. Like, we have so many good clubs here and stuff, and that's what I was always going to clubs when I was in uni, and then like after I dropped out of uni, like I'd just still be like going to clubs all the time. And I kind of was exploring like different dance genres. So I kind of went through like a drum and bass phase, jungle, garage, but then house just like, it just clicked for me. And then, but I didn't want to like leave behind like the style of music I was making. I still wanted to continue that like kind of, like the vocals I was doing and everything. So I was like, what if I just do both of them at the same time? Like, what if I kind of just make this like R&B, do this R&B vocal sound, but like now change my production to make it housey. And it just like clicked. And straight away I was like, this is my sound.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's so hard. A lot of times when I'm listening to a dance music record, it's like sometimes the vocals just overtake the song and don't mold together super well. So I can enjoy the groove and also like listen to the lyrics.
Yeah.
But then I feel like the way you've done it, it's just, I can't even really describe it. It's just fucking sick.
Yeah, I think because even when I first started as well, I think I was doing more vocals across the whole track, and then like the more I'd listen to different like house tunes, like you kind of like, you know, I feel like when you're in these raves and clubs, like you're honestly like, you're enjoying the experience, but you're learning so much about the music as well, because you're just hearing so much different music, and you just like, you understand it more. And then when you go back to the studio and you're producing, you're like emulating what you're hearing. And I think I just eventually, like it took a while, but eventually like worked out the sweet spot with the vocals and the production.
Yeah. Do you usually begin with the production or do you start with the vocals?
Yeah, I'll start with the production, but it'll be like really like, whenever I make demos, the production will be super bare and it'll be like not much going on. It's just enough to have a vocal over it. And then once I have those demos, then I'll like either continue working on them myself, or sometimes I'll just send them out to like, you know, like I sent out one to Josh, sent stuff out to Stussy, and I'll just send people like demos and stuff as well.
And they see then how they can work around,
exactly,
you know, kind of like the vocals that you put together.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like it seems very complex, but I mean, you've been able to put it together.
Yeah, man. We got there in the end. We got there.
That's awesome. And I mean, this year has just been outrageous. No,
Yeah.
You just had your Ibiza debut.
Yeah,
How was that?
yeah. Mental, bro. I didn't think it would even happen this summer. Like, I was kind of having fingers crossed for Ibiza this summer, but I wasn't super set on it. But when it came through, I was gassed, man. And like, just the energy out there is different, man. Like, there's just a vibe out there. It's crazy. Similar sort of thing to Miami as well. Like, and hopefully we'll get out there at some point as well.
Yeah, no, I don't doubt it at all.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's coming quicker than you think.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully.
It's like, even when I was talking to Josh, I mean, I did the podcast with Josh. I think it was 4 months ago, and actually, it's the start of the year.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the previous year and how he was saying how, like, I didn't think things would be going this fast. I thought we would be here next year. And 500,000 monthly listeners.
Yeah.
And since that conversation,
Yeah.
I mean, I saw him this weekend at Fuse, and he was just like,
It's unreal. Isn't it? It's mental.
things are just moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's so interesting what's happening right now with dance music and social media. Like, it's becoming a very big.
Yeah. Yeah, it's growing so quickly, like the scene. Like, you can just see it like everywhere now.
It's a niche on its own. And what do you think of the whole social, like, I mean, obviously you're doing damn well on it. I see your TikTok, you post consistently on it.
Of course, yeah.
Is that a conversation you've had with other your peers in the industry, with just like using social media, leveraging, your music in order to get more exposure? 'Cause I know some people don't really love the whole, like.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a funny one, isn't it? Because, like, obviously there's this whole thing about like phones at the rave, like kind of killing the dance floor. So it's a sticky one, because I see that side of the things, but then also you have to leverage social media, like in the kind of environment we're in now. So it's just that, I think it's just a balance, like you can't submerge yourself in and just become like obsessed with social media to the point where your music lives on there and it's not like thriving in the dance floor. But then you got to post as well, and you got to get those clips up. So it's just a balance, I guess.
Yeah, the clipping is just insane.
Yeah.
You've probably seen all the clips from Fuse this past Sunday. When Josh was trying to back it up and everything.
Yeah, it's insane, and it's like the best feeling, when you're just like, I'll just be chilling at home and then I just see someone's like tag me in a post. I'm like, oh my god, it's just like popping off somewhere in the world, or just tunes just going crazy.
Yeah, that's so sick.
Yeah.
You made a post the other day. You said you were dropping bangers outside of King Scott, the first of Scotland.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Right, so I didn't even realize who it was at the start, but I was playing this like rooftop party in Scotland. There was this huge castle behind me, and I just looked up after. I was like, what castle is that? And it was
King Scott, I think you said.
I think it was like, King.
Oh no, sorry. You were playing you were dropping heaters outside of King David's gaff.
Yeah. Mental. I'm sure he never saw that coming as well back in 1800s or whenever it was.
Yeah, I wonder if they were listening to that style of dance music back in the day.
I think it would probably been like lutes and like bagpipes or whatever they have.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's so funny, man.
Yeah. That was jokes. That was probably one of the craziest places I've DJ'd, actually. Like, I think that's like one thing I want to do more as well. I just want to DJ in like cool locations where you just have like amazing backdrops and stuff. Like, it just hits,
Yeah, outdoor venues are really sick. I was just in Leeds for the first time with Rossi at Slat Funk.
Yeah.
It was in the forest and just fully in nature.
Yeah. Those are like the best spots.
Yeah, and
best spots, right?
One of the green rooms was in like this little wooden cabin.
Really?
And it's just like completely out of the city. It was unbelievable.
And then it goes dark as well, right? Towards the end, and then
and
then the lights come off in the trees, and it just looks really
I was surprised how long the sun stays out here in
Yeah, I mean now this time of the year it stays light for quite a while, which is like nice as well.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of I mean, I think it's more here people here too, but a lot of Americans say like, oh, the weather here is shit. It's always gloomy and depressing. And I mean, when I was studied here for 6 months, the weather wasn't amazing. But it wasn't that bad. And when I got here, it was nicer than it was in Miami. But I guess I got lucky.
Nice.
I got lucky.
Yeah, I guess you got lucky. It's so on and off. Like, sometimes you'll just have periods in the UK where it's just so nice. And like when it's nice, we have a nice British summer when it's nice, but then sometimes it'll just be horrible for ages. So it's super on and off. You can never really trust the British weather. But
do you think the weather benefits DJs and producers because you just want to stay in the studio and lock the fuck in?
Yeah, potentially. Yeah. But then the flip side of it is then like, oh mate, it's the worst. Like if you're like, I remember like when I'd be like clubbing when I was in uni, I should be like standing in a queue for ages and it'd be pouring with rain. It's like the worst. So it's like, but then when you get into the club, it's so nice because you're out of the rain. So it's a bit, it depends. It depends how you see it.
So you ended up going to uni?
Yeah, so I went to uni for 3 months and I dropped out.
Really?
Yeah, because I was studying engineering, which I just hated. Like, I was just kind of doing it because I just felt the pressure of like, oh, I need to do a proper serious degree. So then I dropped out after 3 months, and then I went to a music uni for 2 years. And honestly, if I'm being honest, the only reason I really did that was just because like I wanted to just be in London, be around things, like just have something going on the side, so I can then just really focus on actually making music. So yeah,
And you graduated?
I did actually graduate. Yeah.
Was last year?
It was 2023.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah. It's been 2 years now. Mad. Feels like not too long ago. Everything's
Yeah, I graduated last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, but my program was like 4.5, 5 years. Here it's 3 years, right?
Here it's 3 years. I did this really like quick accelerated course though, which was only 2 years because I just wanted to get in and out. Like I didn't want to be in there too long. But yeah.
I feel like nowadays with music too, and I'm kind of talking out of my ass here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's education everywhere for anything online.
Yeah.
But when it comes to music, do you think, you got the most you could have out of those 2 years in music school, or did you learn most of what you've applied now outside of that?
Yeah, honestly, all outside of that, like, yeah, I just don't, I don't think you can like, I think when it comes to like creative subjects, I don't think you can really like learn it in a classroom. Like, I just think you have to like be around creative people and like go to, depending on whatever you're doing, like go to those creative places and just be in and around it, I think that's the best way you learn. I don't think you can really like teach creativity, So yeah, I don't know. I don't think really music school was like that beneficial to my career, if I'm being so honest, man.
You don't think it's necessary in order for someone to break through in the industry to go to school?
100% not. Like I think if you're passionate about making music and you love it, like you can learn it yourself and just by surrounding yourself with the right people,
Yeah,
100%.
And when did you notice that your passion for music was like that little fire just really started to go crazy?
I've had it since I was like in school. Like I've always loved making music, but I always just thought, oh, like I can't do this as an actual job. Like I still have to get like a proper job.
Like since early days school.
Yeah, I mean since I was like 13. So like for ages, but like back then it was just like it was never something I took seriously. Like it was just like something I'd do like at home and like that was it. Like I just make music on the side because I loved it. But I think it's just because of how much when I was like studying engineering and there was all this maths and like super difficult subjects, and I was like, I cannot do this for the rest of my life. Like I can't go into a job where I'm just stuck doing all of this. Like I need to do what I love. And I was like, do you know what? Even if I do the music and it fails, like I'd rather honestly go through that than have to do like a job like this. Like I'd rather just fail at music and be like, well, I gave it a shot, So that's when I just dropped out and I was like, right, I'm going to do music probably.
That's the exact same thing that happened to me, but
really?
with studying finance and.
Oh, you studied finance?
Yeah. And I was just so like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Like what happens?
Yeah.
You need to try something else.
Yeah.
If it works, then we roll with it. But
yeah, I think, and you kind of have to I think in this industry, you just kind of have to take that. It's like a proper scary jump, innit? But you just kind of have to do it.
I think it's just that fear of not giving it a shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes that's the biggest motivator there is.
Yeah.
It's like knowing that you didn't give it a chance.
Yeah.
I can't go to sleep with that feeling.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly.
And the fear of like embarrassment and all that different stuff, like, of humiliating yourself. Like, yeah, it's scary, but it's so much better, even if you fuck up, than not try.
Than not trying. That's so true. I think that's probably what motivates a lot of people to just take that leap, innit?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And so then before you went to study engineering, had you already been, you were doing it as you were making music for fun on the side. Had you begin to think to yourself at all, like,
I'd always thought like, oh, imagine if I could actually be a musician one day and like do it as a job, like that'd be amazing. But it always just felt like an unachievable dream. Like, I don't know why, I just never thought I could actually do it. But
just imagination.
Yeah, it was just like an imagination. It was just like one thing. I'd just like, oh, I'd love to be an artist one day and like do it. But I don't know why, I just never thought it'd actually be possible.
Yeah. And so then after engineering school, you dropped out.
Yep.
Went to music school.
Yep.
And then that was how many years in music school?
So only 2 years.
Oh, okay.
And then at that point I was like, right, now I have to make this work, because if I don't know what else I'm going to do. Like I've not really got anything else now. So I was just like, right, this has to work now.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's really fucking cool.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I feel like growing up here the dance music scene is so different from the US. It was something I was talking to a lot of people about this past week, and it's like the appreciation people have for the music here is incomparable.
It's crazy.
outside of here, to
Yeah.
be honest. Even just like analyzing the crowd in Leeds and here, it's like I definitely notice there's phones everywhere now, right?
Yeah.
You can't deny that.
Of course.
But the presence that people share dancing together is much different than in the US. And I feel like that has to be something that you guys just kind of like bleeds onto you.
Yeah.
You know, as upcoming artists here in the UK and London.
Yeah, I think that was like another big reason I fell in love with the genre as well, just because it's like you feel part of something when you're there, you know? Like it's actually like a huge community. And I think that's like a really cool thing that we have here.
Yeah. And were you already raving and stuff in engineering school and
Yeah, so like I was like missing lectures and stuff because I would like be waking up in the morning like super tired from going out the night before and stuff. And I was just it was almost like the most I got out of being at uni was just a chance to go out in London more than actually doing uni itself.
Yeah. I read that you would do these you were throwing these parties, right? Planet Plus,
yeah. So I've kind of like
about that.
taken a breather from that now, just because like I'm focusing on like just the music solely, but it's something I want to come back to at some point for sure. Like, yeah, me and my best mate, we just like we love partying, so we would just throw our own parties as well, and that was super fun. There would always be small parties, maybe like 100 people, and we would just get our friends DJing and like, yeah, it was lit, man.
Where would you throw them?
So we did our first one. We did our first one not too far from here, at a club called Basing House in Shoreditch. And then we did like last summer we did this one on like this like big rooftop at one of my boys' crib, and like that was so fun as well. Like because we wanted it to feel like house parties as well, you know, like because that's what we grew up doing, just going to house parties. So like I think when you're throwing an event and it feels very like it has that house party feeling where like a lot of people know each other and there's not a big stage or anything like that. Those are still my favorite events. So that's kind of the vibe we try to keep it at. And I think when I come back to it, like that will probably be like how we continue to do it, you know?
And you guys would sell tickets to these or is it more like private / if you know, you know?
It kind of a bit of both. Like we would sell tickets as well, but it would be a majority of just our mates coming, you know? Especially because like none of us were like big then or had like a fan base or anything like that. So it would just be, we just hitting up all our friends like, yo, we're doing a party, come through. And we do like loads of free tickets and stuff. And yeah. It's just,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. And then like even this year, like this wasn't under an events company or anything, but we've done like pop-ups this year. And like I love doing pop-ups. Like it's just so fun because I think there's almost less pressure for it to be good. So then it ends up being so good. Because it's just so like DIY, you know, you just get a sound system, get some decks, get everyone around and then just play tunes, and it's so fun. And we did one in Shoreditch recently. How was that? I think I saw some clips of it. Yeah, that was so good. So that was me and Bullet Tooth. We did that for our release of Lose Control. Yeah. And it was in like a clothing store, and it was so good. Yeah, that was so fun. We even did a pop-up in Miami as well during Music Week at a clothing shop.
Fuck, I can't believe I missed that.
Yeah.
Bro.
I mean, to be fair, it was super last minute, like literally just in a clothing store, had some decks, put on my story, and then just got a bunch of people down. Yeah, it was fun.
Do you remember what clothing store it was in Miami?
It was called Congo Clothing.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to remember where in Miami it was. Can't remember. But Miami's not too big though. Everything's kind of close, right? Because I feel like it wasn't too far from the clubs. Everyone was kind of heading into the clubs after.
Yeah, I mean Miami's not too big at all, but yeah, I mean there's Wynwood, downtown Brooklyn.
It was Wynwood.
Wynwood.
Yeah, that was it.
Wynwood has a lot of foot traffic.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the only area, I mean, besides Brickell, you can really walk and not have to take a taxi or Uber and just get around. Yeah.
Because also Miami traffic's so bad as well. So you want to...
Yeah, it's been getting so worse. I mean, you definitely, you noticed that for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
They say it's worse than LA now, which LA used to be known to have like the worst traffic in the US. But now Miami is awful.
Jeez. Yeah. That is long. That was long.
Not good at all. But I mean, London is so big though, I've noticed.
Yeah. So big. Like sometimes it feels too big because I'll be out on the same nights as my mates, but they'll be like an hour away from me. Yeah. So it's like, I think sometimes I prefer being in small cities because it's like everyone's in the same spots and it's more fun. Yeah, I mean, I went to school in Boston in Massachusetts, and it was like I think I took an Uber 5-6 times during my whole time there. Have you been to Boston? No, never been to Boston. It's in like the Northeast. Okay. Near New York. Yeah, so I've been to New York, Miami. It's basically it, really, yeah. Did you hit Space when you were in Miami doing music? Yeah. Bro, that was probably my favorite club I've ever been to. Really? Honestly, yeah, because I went on the most like insane nights, like Solid Grooves. I think it was Josh Baker, back-to-back Rossi, back-to-back Ben Sterling. Mate, that was unreal. That was so good. And like I got there, I think, after the party had already been going for like 24 hours or maybe even longer. I think it was a 48-hour party, I think. And I was like, okay, I'm getting here pretty late now. It's probably going to be a bit dead. Like people were probably leaving. Got there and it was booting off. I was like, Jesus, these lot just don't sleep out here. Like, these lot just
What
keep
time did you
going.
get there?
I got there, I think, 4 p.m. the next day after it had started.
Oh my, yeah.
And you'd think the party had just started the way I got there. Like it was popping off. Like as soon as I got there, I was like, the energy out there is insane.
Yeah, I think that was the closing party as well.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah,
Was that the closing party?
I think that was that.
Okay.
Josh, Ross, and Ben were playing out.
Yeah.
They played all back to back, right?
Yeah,
the three of them
yeah,
together.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a closing.
Were you there for that as well?
Nah, I cannot make it. I lost my phone the night that I met you, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I was cooked. It's just, it was that was. I think I was in bed for a day or two after that, but it was such a cool week.
Yeah, it was so mad. But you know what? Like I found as well out there, I was just on this adrenaline rush the whole time. Like I just did not get tired. I feel like I'd be out most nights, wasn't really sleeping, and then I wasn't even really getting hangovers out there as well. But then when I got back to London, I crashed for about a week, and I was literally just like, I'm not coming out. I never want to taste alcohol again. Like I need to be in my bed for about a week.
Did you? You told me that you recently did a little switch up. You went from the rum to the tequila.
Yeah. And it was mainly because of one of the videos I saw about you, the TSL video, and I was like, yeah, I think he's right. You know, I need to make the switch because the rum hangover is not fun. And tequila's a lot lighter, and like I don't even love tequila, but I'm making the switch right now. Just
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even taste. It doesn't taste great at all. It tastes good,
it's all right.
but it's not like you're like, wow, this is delicious.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely not. Definitely not.
What would you mix rum with?
I'd have like a
Coke?
rum and coke. Like
Yeah.
rum and coke's my standard drink, but it's like really sugary and like the TSL I think is the move going forward.
Yeah, maybe you have to have it for a few studio sessions. See if it does anything.
Yeah, exactly. Get the ideas flowing.
Maybe you get some Mexican influence and start doing some Spanish vocals.
Hey, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, maybe.
How do you go into some studio sessions? Do you have like an approach to it usually?
So
Locked in.
I actually prefer like not working in the studio. I prefer just working at home. I just feel like when you like go to the studio, there's pressure to make a really good song. So like a lot of like all the best tunes I've made have literally just been in my bedroom. I'll just like, and a lot of the time as well, I'm not planning to make music. It's just like, I'll just be chilling at home, kind of bored and be like, right, let me just cook something up, see what happens. And then my best songs always come from that, like just producing something. I've got a mic literally in my bedroom as well. Just like lay down some vocals there, and that's kind of the process. It's pretty simple, like nothing too crazy about it really.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah.
Some people would probably be like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
you're not hours and days upon the studio coming up with these
Yeah.
unbelievable songs.
But I mean, some people do that as well. Like,
Yeah.
some people will like go to the studio, stay there for ages and just cook up bangers. But
Yeah.
I don't think that's the way I can really work, to be honest.
I see a lot of like a lot of DJs that I follow sometimes take like a 2-3 day retreat.
Yeah.
Like I see another does like this psychedelic retreat a lot of times where they just go to like some
Yeah.
cabin in the woods and take micro mushrooms and whatever, and then they leave after a week and have a whole album ready to go for everyone.
Yeah, mate, that's insane. I would love to do something like that, to be fair. I'd love to go on more like retreats into like some really cool location and have a bunch of fun people with me, and I think that would be really fun. Do it almost like make it a little holiday / music making thing.
Yeah.
That would be sick. That would be sick.
When do your ideas usually come to you? Because I try and put myself in your shoes or any artist's shoes, which is impossible. But for me, when I'm thinking about a video idea, sometimes I'll be in the shower.
Yeah.
Or I'll be like laying in bed about to go to sleep with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
And I'll think of an idea and then I have to write it down immediately.
Yeah.
When you're thinking in music, like vocals or like something you want to, put in a song,
Yeah.
how does that happen when you're in a room?
Literally the same as what you just said. It's like kind of when you're just like doing random stuff and your mind just goes it just wanders off, It's like when you're just in the shower or like you're cooking and you're just kind of like not really thinking about anything. And then like ideas will just start flowing. And then it's normally it's quite awkward a lot of the time because you'll be in the shower and be like, oh, I need to make this song right now. I just had the sickest idea. So you're like running out of the shower, quickly like get on the laptop and then just start cooking up. But yeah, the same as you, bro, really. It's just when I'm just like chilling doing random stuff, I'll just get ideas.
Yeah. How did Lose Control come about?
So Lose Control was actually from a studio session. Lose Control, it was like the first studio session I had with Bullet Tooth, and we just linked up because we wanted to make some music. And originally we were working on some like garagey stuff, but then I was like, oh, I think we should play around more with like that tech minimal sound. And he was like, oh, I've been thinking the same thing. Like he just played in Ibiza. I think he played it high, like not so long before that session. He's like, yeah, I want to make more of that sound as well. So we were like, perfect. So we just started cooking something up like that, and straight away Lose Control just came. And then even after we made Lose Control, we actually didn't really love the song that much at first, I don't think. Like, we kind of forgot about it. And then I think like I was like speaking to him again like a few months after, and we were like, yo, Lose Control is actually a tune, isn't it? Like, it's really good. So then I put it on TikTok, and then from there it did its thing.
You can do you ever test like maybe a song you feel like kind of on the wall, put it on like overlay it on a TikTok, see how people respond to it?
100%, yeah. I mean, that's what I was doing for ages, and now I'm lucky because now I'm playing out a lot. I can actually test them on the dance floor, which is like my favorite way to test them out, because then you see a live reaction of people. Because TikTok's funny as well, because you know, you can have an amazing song and put it on TikTok and it gets no views. Like, it just depends if you're lucky and it hits the algorithm or not. So sometimes TikTok's amazing for testing stuff, but I don't think you should like have your heart on it, because you know, you can make a great song and it doesn't hit on TikTok as well. So,
absolutely. I think that's at least one of the, I mean, it could be it is a blessing in disguise, I think, for upcoming artists and stuff. It's like, listen, if you don't have the dance floor to share it to and see people's live reaction, right, you can put snippets of it on social media. Of course, and see how people respond to it.
Yeah. And a lot of the time it'll do really well. Like, loads of big tunes that are coming out are popping off on social media.
Yeah, too many, I think. It's insane.
It's
TikTok has its own, it just has music just on TikTok.
It
goes nuclear.
Literally, it is insane. I mean, like, just recently you've seen like with the boys like Max, Luke and Lockie, like Can't Decide's just been going nuts, right?
Yeah, that's like, I think it's top 20 in like all UK charts.
Yeah. I'm like scrolling, I can't get away from that song now. Like, it's everywhere. But it's sick to see.
Yeah, it's great. It's really good. Catchy.
Yeah, super catchy. And I think like now, you could just see now, right? Like, I think a lot of people that don't necessarily always listen to house music are now like tapping in. You can just see it with all these songs. Like, I feel the same like with Back It Up as well. Like, a lot of people that were listen to this song now like aren't necessarily dance heads, but they're getting into it now. And it's so cool, because I kind of want, with my music as well, I want people to kind of go through the same thing as me, who like might come from a background of listening to rap or R&B or whatever it might be, and then hear it and be like, oh, this is like really cool, and get more into house music and stuff. Because like that's how it was for me. And if people can feel that same sort of transition from me, then that's really the effect I want to have.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think, you know, for me, it's pretty similar as well. Like, growing up in the US, I have family from South America and some family was in Europe. So I was kind of exposed to dance music like when I was like 16, 17. And then when I studied here, I really began to love it. Yeah. And, you know, only a few of my friends really would listen to house, dance music, techno, EDM and stuff. It was 16, 17. Would play it at like our friends, like parties with our friends, and be like, no, you know, put on the Drake again, you know, put on lyrics. I was like, all right, like, you know what I mean? If people aren't vibing to it, whatever, I'll just go listen to it at my place.
Literally.
And flash forward now, you know, it's like, it's so crazy how much the genre of music is growing. Yeah. And I think it also has to do with that blend that we're kind of seeing now, which you're doing, you know, and a lot of people are doing with like mixing, you know, that house element, a little bit of that minimal element, underground with you know, cool vocals and stuff like that. Like, even with Rossi's new track right now that he's going to drop on June 20th, like High on Me. Very different than what he's done in a while, but I think it opens up the doors to bring in more people to like the music, which some people might not like in the industry, because it's like, oh, like, you know, we want to keep it just
I know. And I definitely see that as well, but I just think like, you just gotta be open to everything, man. Just be open to change. Like,
100%.
Yeah.
What do you think about the whole minimal debate? The whole,
I think it's just like, I think everyone's like developing their own sound right now. Everyone's just like exploring the genre. So I just think like, you can't really, like, it's kind of hard to really label it. And I don't think you can, because I think we're going through like this phase right now of like change where no one's really sticking to the rules of how the music should sound. And like, you know, everyone's just making music that they want to hear, which sounds good. So yeah, you can't really label it, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I stay out of the debate, to be honest. I just let people call it whatever they want to call it. Zesty house, as you'd say.
Yeah, the zesty house, huh?
And maybe we should just call it that.
We should call it zesty house.
I don't know. After your video, people, it seems to be catching on.
Do you get along with your arch nemesis, Jamie Fields?
Mate, he's the Zesty maestro, right? I think he started the whole Zesty house wave. Him and like, I think Jensen as well, maybe. I don't know if you've heard his music, but I mean, those guys are sick as well. Yeah. They make really good tunes. And yeah, I think they're claiming the Zesty house. I'll let them take that.
Yeah, man, that was so funny. I agree with you though. It's just like, we tend to label so many, like everything everyone does is labeled.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of let it fucking fly, and if people enjoy it,
that's
then
it.
why not?
That's what,
you know, at the end of the day, it's like, obviously when the bigger something gets, the further away it can get from its essence and its core values sometimes. So I can understand why people who are, you and I are 23, 24, and there's probably people who've been listening. There is people who've been listening to dancers way longer.
Yeah, of course.
And they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
See a whole different perspective. So,
but then it happens in cycles, right? Because then you'll have people like looking at the sound now and be like, oh, that's not representative of the sound back then. But then, this sound will develop into something new as well. And then people might say about that, oh, that's not representative of what was happening now. So this music's always changing, that's just how it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something I always thought about. Like when I just like random thoughts I have sometimes is like, as technology advances and like we're going into the future, it's like these festivals, these parties, these events, like the amount of money that's flowing through this whole like, dance music just industry is crazy.
Yeah.
Because I think it is at least, I think it's the funnest to party to for sure. I can't dance the way I danced to house music, the way to rap or anything.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah, I mean that's why I made the transition, because I love to party. I just can't really party to like R&B music really. Like just can't, right?
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about the modeling. I saw you've done some modeling in your past. Yeah, get into that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I've kind of slowed down it now because I don't really have time to do it. But yeah, it was fun. Like I got scouted when I was younger, and then I would do some modeling. It was fun, but I wasn't really like that passionate about it. I just needed money. I was a broke student, spending all my money in the club, so like needed to make some back.
Yeah, you're pretty fucking tall though. I told you 6'2", 6'3",
6'1", I want to say.
Yeah, so you made the cut, right? You can't be a model unless you're fucking 6 foot.
Yeah.
I'm sticking to content, brother.
Just get some big soles on you, and I'm sure you can
throw in some paper towel in here. That's really cool. Yeah, so you just did that as a
kind of as a side hustle, I guess, just like while I was a student mainly, and then some stuff comes through now, like I still do it, but I'm traveling a lot, so it's quite hard to like. I can't go to castings or anything like that now. Like,
yeah. And was it? I mean, when you're first starting out as a trying to produce and DJ and stuff, is it expensive to get those? The initial piece, the bit of equipment you need in the beginning.
I did it cheap, and honestly, I'm still doing it cheap now. Like, I'm still using the same setup I used when I started. Yeah, I don't think you need the most expensive equipment to make good music. And I think most people will agree with that. So, I've got a pretty basic mic. I've got like a Rode NT1A mic, which was, let's say like £100, and then like a cheap interface, like a Scarlett interface, again maybe another 100. So like, and then that's it, and then just your laptop. And like, I'm still using the same plugins I was using back in the day. Like you can honestly do it with just the bare minimum, I think. And if anything, I think using minimum equipment and plugins and software or whatever, it forces you to become a better producer because you have less to work with. So you got to make it work, and you got to make it stretch. So yeah, I don't think it has to be expensive from the start.
Yeah. I don't know if you can exactly compare it, but I picked up golf recently.
Yeah.
And I was using my father's 10-plus-year-old clubs.
Really?
And something about learning to play the sport with those super old shitty clubs made me want to get better at it quicker.
Really?
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
I feel like, the new technology would have allowed me to play better. And I feel like sometimes, like you're saying, you don't need the craziest equipment or the best studio in order to make music.
100%.
It's more of those moments in your room, just brainstorming and thinking and ideas coming to you.
Exactly.
That's where the magic happens.
Yeah, literally. And like what you said about using your dad's clubs, like that's way cooler, right? Because it's like you're using your dad's clubs, like it makes it more special. Like
yeah,
you're gonna enjoy it more. I feel like by doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I did end up buying my own clubs after I told myself I'm going to use these until I break a certain score, and then I'm going to treat myself to some clubs, and I did. And I will say the new clubs are unbelievable.
Yes.
But it was really awesome to spend that first bit using his clubs.
I've never played golf before. I'm gonna have to join you when I'm back out there, man.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I want to. Yeah, it seems. I mean, Rossi told me he plays some golf.
Really?
So might play with him at some point. It's fun.
Yeah.
Put a little Bluetooth speaker on the cart.
Yeah, man. You have a couple drinks and you play as well.
Yeah, that's the problem with the sport, though.
You just get habits.
You can't. Like I used to play tennis. If I had a beer playing tennis, it'd be done after 5 minutes.
Yeah,
running so fast.
Yeah.
But you can have 4 or 5 beers throughout the whole 18 holes and play excellent golf. If anything, I actually think it makes you a little bit better sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, because it kind of reduces some of the nerves.
Yeah. Well, I get that when I'm playing out live. Like a little drink before, that always like loosens the nerves and play better, I think, as well.
Do you, usually go into it, do you feel better playing? Obviously I feel like with a bit of the nerves, you have such a big group of people. It's like you're giving a speech at a wedding or some shit. You have a drink before.
Yeah, of course.
How do you I mean, how does it been feeling getting in front of these? I mean, the crowds are getting bigger and bigger, right?
It is like nerve-wracking for sure. I think, especially if I'm playing alongside like a lineup of like DJs I really love, because I'm like, damn, like I got to hold my weight here right now. But it's never too bad. And like, as soon as I play the first song, the nerves go. It's always just that first bit when you're plugging in the USB and like you're getting ready to play and you're looking at the crowd, looking at everyone around. Like that's when the nerves hit. But then basically after that, it kind of goes away.
Yeah.
And I think also like it is something you get used to very quickly as well. So it's not anything crazy. Like the nerves aren't too bad, but yeah, it's always there a bit.
Yeah, I used to be. One thing I've always talked about and asked, friends of mine in your world is, that feeling of being in front of that crowd and controlling the emotion and the vibe that everyone's feeling. It's like when you're getting up there, if you feel nervous or however you're feeling, most people say like what you mentioned after the first song, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You kind of ease into it.
Yeah, you get into it for sure.
And I used to actually be so afraid of public speaking.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I've always been, conversations for me aren't, I can carry conversation pretty well with pretty much anyone, but getting in front of a group of people, a classroom in university, and like everyone's staring at you and speaking in front of them would freak me out.
Really?
Like my heart would start racing, my throat would get cold.
I mean, I always just thought like you would have no nerves at all just because of like what you do.
That's what most people tell me, but it's crazy. I would get nervous, and I took this class my last year of college, and my professor said one thing that I swear I'll never forget. It's like anytime we're going to give a presentation or a performance, like whether it's what you're doing music or if I'm in front of a classroom or making a video, it's like that nerve is just our body getting ready to put on a show.
Yeah.
Whether you're giving a speech or you're playing in front of a crowd at a festival or at a club.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I heard that, I was like, I'd feel my heart racing and everything shaking. I'm like, I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to perform.
Yeah. God. I would struggle with like speaking in front of a big crowd. I don't think I could do it, to be honest. Like that feeling you're talking about, like when your throat cuts going out, like, oh, I can't do it.
I saw you in a video though when behind the decks with someone, you were singing the lyrics.
Yeah, so before I could DJ, I used to like, my mates would be DJing and I would jump on the mic and just sing along to like house tracks and like stuff with my vocals on. But I much prefer being on the decks, to be honest. Like, yeah, way prefer it.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah,
I was gonna ask you about the auto tune. How does that how does that go about? I've always tried to understand.
I guess just like vocally, like a lot of the people I was inspired by when I first started making music was people like, The Weeknd or Party Next Door, or Travis Scott. And a lot of these guys always use autotune, and I was just kind of trying to like emulate some of the vocal styles, what they were doing. So I have like a chain I've been making like over the years of just like all the effects I'll put on my voice, because I use a lot of effects on my voice.
It's sick.
Yeah, I like the sound like that. It's kind of created like this like really specific tone, and yeah, there's definitely a lot of autotune as well. But yeah, it
morphs really well into like that kind of electronic.
Yeah, exactly. Because electronic music as well, like you want something that sounds a bit, I don't know, sounds like that processed sound. It sounds different to what you would just hear in your everyday life. So I think that vocal sound with all the different, processing your vocals like that, it sits really nicely on house music, I think.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like every time when you sent me a few of those songs last night for the new EP, I was just listening to them, I'm just like, fuck, man.
I'm gassed you like them. I'm really excited to put them out as well.
Open Your Eyes, right?
Yeah. So that's the name of the EP, and I think because the start of this year, I've been putting out a lot of like collabs and vocal stuff, and I want to show people like the kind of production I'm into and like how I like to make music. So this EP is all fully produced, just in the bedroom, self-produced, recorded, everything. Yeah, I'm really excited to put it out.
You've been working on it for a while now, yeah?
Yeah, I've been just working on it for most of this year, and actually, that Miami trip that experience has inspired a lot of the music I'm making, including that EP. Just because like I was hearing so much sick music out there, and yeah, that's inspired the EP a lot, actually.
What was some of your favorite music that you heard in Miami during Music Week?
It was probably I saw Trauma playing at Jolene, and that was so good. It was like Jolene's a really cool club as well, and actually, he was just ripping all these songs. And every time I was just, when it like pricks your ear up a bit, I just kept getting that. Also, that Solid Grooves Party with the boys playing as well. They were playing some really good tunes. So yeah, probably those two events. I was like, damn, I need to cook some stuff like what I'm hearing now.
Yeah, Jolene Sound Room is sick.
It's so good.
I think Space owns it as well.
Really?
Yeah, or they're partnered with Jolene, and it's just like under the stairs.
Yeah.
Really dark.
Really dark as well. I love it when it's really dark.
AC.
Yeah. It's hot in there.
So hot in there, dude.
But like, my favorite clubs are when it's like really dark and you've got like a few nice lights, and it's just like when you can't really see much, you like listen to the music more, right? Because
Yeah.
that's what you can do. And yeah, that Jolene's a sick club.
You cannot see anything in there.
Yeah.
You got to do a gig there one day for sure.
I'd love to. That would be sick.
Did you get a chance to check out Floyd?
Yeah. I was at Floyd quite a lot actually. I felt
Yeah.
like I was basically living at Floyd because I saw there was a You and Me at Floyd. I think Max Steen did one at Floyd as well. And then Rossi did one at Floyd as well. Right?
Yeah.
I went to all three of those. And
Really?
yeah, that was sick as well. Yeah. Really good.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was quality.
Yeah, Floyd is super interesting because it's right next to Space.
Yeah. I was confused because I was like, am I going to Space right now? And I got there, but it's like they're two different clubs, right?
Yeah.
You can't go in and out of Floyd and Space.
No, I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah, there is a way you can cut through.
Right. But it's like they're two different.
Yeah, it's actually nuts. Max and Josh and Rossi's party sold the fuck out.
Yeah, it's packed in there.
And selling out Floyd during Music Week is because you're next to Space.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I think it's that UK sound that everyone wants to hear now. It's just it's working in the States now, which is so good to see.
It's like the Olympics, bro, amongst UK and Dutch as well. It's crazy.
Yeah. I'm playing in
It's like something's going. It's happening. Like I was talking to Rossi about it the other day. Like there's just this big change happening right now where it's like Rossi was kind of mentioning. It's like a lot of the this newer generation or new-ish.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like really grabbing.
Yeah. That's so cool. And like as you said about the Dutch as well, like they're cooking as well, man.
Yeah.
I'm playing for my first time in Amsterdam in a few months, I think. I'm super gassed about that.
Yeah.
It's like I've heard so many good things about the Dutch crowd as well. Like, and I've seen the videos. They just love to party, man.
Yeah.
So have you been out there before?
Yeah, I was in Amsterdam. Well, I was in Amsterdam in 2019, but I was more just smoking weed. It was right after I had been to Ibiza for my first time ever.
Yeah.
And I was just eating food and laying down in parks. Just riding bikes. Didn't really party, honestly, but it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was a really good time.
Did you get on the shrooms out there as well?
I didn't, dude, because I was honestly so down bad from Ibiza that I just was like, I don't want anything anymore.
Yeah.
But I do remember I was just walking down, the streets of Amsterdam. It's so beautiful, the river in between.
Yeah.
And suddenly it's like 8 p.m. and like I look to the left and it's just the red lights. Just like I'm like, what the hell? It was crazy. It was the most unexpected thing I've ever seen. I remember I was so like astonished by just that whole the red light district and stuff. It was nuts. That was really funny.
Yeah,
it was a great time.
I can imagine.
But I heard, Amsterdam, the scene is unbelievable.
Yeah, no, it looks crazy. I'm gassed to get out there.
Yeah, I want to go to ADE. At the end of the year.
Yeah, definitely be seeing you there.
Yeah. Well, what are some other places you really have on the top of your mind that you want to go and play at?
Where else do I want to play at? I mean, I've never been to Berlin, but the scene out there looks really cool as well. Just like the clubs out there look sick. I'd love to just go out there to party and then play out there as well would be really cool as well. It's a bit of a different vibe to like kind of what we have going on over here, so I'd love to check that out. But yeah, right now at the top of the list, I would say, to be fair, is Amsterdam and then Miami as well. Oh, bro, Miami, I'd just love to play there.
You should get out there for. Dude, Music Week's in. Music Week was just March.
Yeah.
Art Basel though.
Okay, when's that?
That's in December.
Okay.
And there's a lot of good things going on. Dude, if you should do another pop-up.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Josh did a pop-up during Music Week.
Yeah, I went to that one as well. Sick. Were you there?
Bro, we were at every single thing together.
Yeah. Just didn't.
I was so busy that week though too, because
Yeah.
I remember I was just doing so many podcasts and
Yeah, of course.
bouncing around, and then the Rossi song thing, that was so fucking sick. But
How did that happen, that Rossi song?
we were just joking around after the podcast, and he was like, yo, let me sample the seep. And I was like, all right, let's do it. Let's see what happens. So we ate some tacos, stood outside of the taco spot, voice memoed into his phone.
Oh yeah.
Next day he sends me like a video of him on his laptop making it. And I'm just like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, this is sick. We post the TikTok and it goes viral. And people are just like, no way, this is actually pretty good. People were just laughing.
Yeah.
It started out as a meme and then people actually enjoyed it a bit.
Yeah.
And then he ended up making it into like a 3-minute track.
Yeah.
Started as a loop, I think, and played it during the Music Week.
Yeah. I remember hearing the suit like in
Yeah.
fact, I was like, what?
And now
What's going on?
people it has like 300,000 listens
Yeah.
on SoundCloud. I was
It's
blown away.
Banger,
Every time I see a video, I'm just like, this is not real. Just ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
So the EP you said is early July.
Yeah, we're aiming for early July. And I've been playing out at my shows and like it's been doing well. Like people are vibing to it. So Yeah, it'll be cool, man.
Yeah, there's like a the.
Yeah,
Is that you?
Yeah, that's me. I like
Dude, that sound. It's that's the touch of zest that you need, brother.
I love putting just little like vocal, like weird little vocal sounds like in all of my tunes. Like I've got it in a lot of my other songs, and yeah, it's that little just that zesty vocal.
It's like an ad lib, no? Almost
kind of like an ad lib, yeah. And I was like chopping it up and stuff, and
yeah.
I've got it in a lot of songs as well, like unreleased ones coming up.
That's so sick, dude. I'm excited to see that.
Yeah.
How do you go about though when you're on TikTok or or even just like playing it at your shows to like, because you know that the new song that Chloe Kyla just dropped, she hyped it up for 6 to 8 months, right?
Yeah,
or just almost a year of just hyping it up.
Yeah.
Did you feel like sometimes you don't want to just like overplay it because then people are just like, because some of the unreleased tracks, I mean, I've seen some videos, that people know the whole song.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, literally, right. Do you know what? It's really hard to like. It's such a fine line because it's nice to like play out stuff out for a bit and like just let it breathe before you release it. But then after a while, you're like, right, I do actually want to get this out. So I don't really know. I'm still working it out myself, to be honest. Like what the right amount of time is to have something unreleased. I couldn't even give you an answer, bro. Honestly.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Just going with the flow and seeing how it plays out.
Yeah, I also think as well, like a lot of the songs, like I feel like they have a time of the year where they make sense. So like this one that me and Luke have got, like I want to get it out for summer, you know, because it's such a summer tune.
Yeah.
So,
and what's up with that one? Because that one is just
I mean, right, it's crazy. Like I remember there's this video I saw of Max playing it in Ushuaia, and I was like, and everyone knows the lyrics. It's not even released. Like it's mental, but. Yeah, I'm very.
How many people go into? I mean, obviously the label and like how many people go into the decision making process of like when you guys can drop? Because I feel like that song is just like,
I mean, it is.
People are fucking counting down the days.
Yeah. It's at the end of the day, it's up to me and Luke. But then there's other people involved. But yeah, it is up to me and Luke. So we kind of just got to work out when we want to put it out, really.
Yeah, because if you're dropping an EP and then July and then you drop this at the same time, then you kind of want people to just be able to really appreciate one thing at a time.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. But yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, you don't have to say it. You don't have to say anything else.
Yeah,
low key, you're dropping it this week, no?
This Friday.
That's awesome. And so, how's the rest of the summer looking? Packed schedule.
Yeah, what in terms of like playing out?
Yeah, steaming up a bit.
Yeah, man, it's pretty packed. I think we're in Ibiza. I want to say like 2, 3, maybe even 4 times.
September?
Yeah, September. I'm there.
I'll be there all September.
Yeah,
yeah.
Sick. We'll link up then. But yes, we got Ibiza, and we got Amsterdam, and then the rest is just the UK. I'm just like I'm getting a lot of like my debuts in each UK city. I'd say so far like my favorite cities have been Liverpool, Manchester, and Newcastle. That's the holding top 3 right now. Have you been to those cities?
No, I've only been to Leeds this past weekend and Manchester this upcoming week, which you're going to be visiting.
Yeah. I mean, I've got my Leeds debut on Friday.
So, let's go.
Yeah, I've heard good things about Leeds as well.
Yeah, it was so sick when I was there.
Yeah.
So many students.
Yeah.
So many younger, everyone that I was meeting, it was just like, 20, 19.
Yeah. But you're on a tech fleece as well at Leeds.
Bro, I didn't do that on purpose. Everybody was telling me that. I actually own 3 like sweaters, and one of them is a tech fleece that I bought in Boston with my friend, and I just happened to bring it and wear it to that festival. I think 20 people were just. Do you know like the history or whatever?
It's just such like a UK thing.
Yeah,
it's just such.
Someone made post like a whole essay in my comment section.
Really?
Just like. You should read into like the tech fleece, and I was just like, what?
Nah, it's stupid.
But most people were loving it.
Yeah, mate, it is jokes.
Blending right in.
Yeah, exactly. You've been doing like beans on toast, haven't you? Like tech fleece.
Oh, dude, I love the beans, bro.
It's banging, right?
I love beans, dude. The beans in the full English breakfast is so good.
Yeah,
I've had it 3 days in a row now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't really get a good full English in America, can you?
I've never had the beans like the way they're done here in the US.
Yeah, no, we do a good breakfast for sure.
I think it's fantastic, and I usually don't even eat early in the day. But because the hotel just has like, you get the eggs, you can get the beans, you get the sausage, bacon. I'm going straight to it every morning.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And I feel good after it. It's honestly, I mean, what's the other way you guys call it? Fry up?
Yeah, fry up. Yeah.
But I think it's pretty healthy. It is. I mean, it's healthier compared to some other shit. I think it's healthier than like pancakes and waffles.
Yeah. You guys have the craziest breakfast. Yeah, like just a stack of pancakes, loads of syrup all over it.
Yeah, we don't have like. We don't have a traditional like breakfast.
Yeah,
no. Not like what you have here, I would say. But Yeah, man, I love it.
Yeah, no, it's
Honestly,
so
it's a
good.
problem. I could have it for lunch as well. Like,
Yeah, bro, you
just
can.
the beans.
I think
vibes.
people do as well. People have it for lunch as well. People love it.
Yeah. That and just like the drinking pints out here, it's unbelievable. It's
Yeah,
just-
so you had a Guinness as well the other day.
yeah, it was great.
Drinking-
But
drinking
everyone's
Gary.
been telling me you got to go to Ireland to have a proper.
Yeah, you do.
Guinness, you
When
know?
I had my
It's not the
first,
same out here.
yeah, I mean, when I had my first Guinness in Ireland, I like you actually can taste the difference.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say you can. Yeah,
It's just smoother.
Yeah, it's just like you gotta try it.
Yeah, that's one thing in the U.S. also that's just just that pulling up to a pub and having a pint. It's just so nice.
What in the US?
No, here.
Oh, yeah. Do you guys like have pubs and?
Yeah, there's pubs, there's bars, but
There's like more bars, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
like there's 40 people standing outside as well, just sharing a pint.
Yeah.
and just getting after it, which I think is
Yeah.
fucking special. you know?
Yeah, no, definitely, bro. Definitely is special out here.
But even like Sunday, I was walking around at 10 a.m. I always see people getting on it early in the day. Just
Yeah.
breakfast pint.
Yeah.
It's totally normal. Yeah.
Breakfast pint is crazy.
I was
bro.
just like, geez, bro. I mean, it's a special occasion today or it's
Yeah,
just a normal
it's
day?
a normal day, man. It's a normal Sunday.
Yeah. That's awesome. Do you go to the pubs often?
Yeah, especially like if we got a big night ahead as well, we might just chill at the pub for a bit before, have some good chat, and then head over. So yeah, it's nice. It is. Yeah, it's nice that we have that as well. Like, there's a good pub culture out here. It's very social, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is it what's the name of the area you grew up in again?
So I live in like a town near Watford.
40 minutes outside of London.
Yeah, it's about like 45 minutes outside, which is like, it's kind of nice because it's like, it's super chaotic and busy in London, and just to go home and like, it's just really quiet where I am, and like, could just make music and just kind of get away from it all. But coming back from a night out is so long as well, which is why I'm kind of now like thinking like maybe I do want to move closer in, move to somewhere like Shoreditch or something, so I can just be super close to everything, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you like being like in the mix of everything and being in all the chaos, or do you like kind of being a bit further out?
It's like a love-hate relationship,
Yeah.
to be honest. Like people more and
Exactly.
more say like with Miami, I've been there my whole life, and I think for what I'm doing, it's a blessing to be able to know the city, know people there, and there's always people coming in and out of it when it comes to content or the podcast. So that's definitely keeping me there.
Yeah.
But someone said this recently. It's like it's like a city you kind of want to microdose on. Like you kind of want to just you're there for a weekend and you get a really good taste of it. But then it's just like you don't need that all the time. you know? 'Cause
Yeah.
even for creativity, like you said, is like for me being in nature, being a bit distanced from the whole fucking noise, fast pace. It really allows your brain to like reset,
Yeah.
think about and just be more creative.
Yeah. Exactly.
So sometimes I literally have to force myself, like go to maybe just like have a beach day and just no phone and just like today we're just gonna be here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, 100%.
Not on this shit.
Yeah, bro.
Like on the phone or any of this.
Yeah, because it's addictive as well, man. You got to get away from it.
Yeah, all the numbers. I mean, everything. You probably see it too with just like the listeners, the streams, the statistics. And
Yeah.
it can distract you from the essence of like the
100.
creative process.
Yeah. I found that when I was in Sarasota in Florida, and like that's really like far away from everything. It's like not much going out there at all, but it's beautiful. Like it's such a nice part of Florida, and like after that, I was so inspired. I made loads of music after that.
Yeah.
So I like going to places where I love the big cities and I love all the hype, but then I also just love those like out the way places which are just beautiful and there's not much going on, because then I think you get your mind can just like wander off and you can make really cool stuff after that.
Yeah. I even might do one of those types of getaways for the weekend that a lot of DJs producers
Yeah,
do.
you
Just
should.
like, just get out
You'd
there.
probably make some sick videos like
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Definitely.
It's always nice. I feel like environment really influences kind of just like your thought process with certain things. So
100%. Yeah.
yeah. And we'll see. As of right now, we got Manchester on the list, which is not going to be any of that, but
Hey,
it's going to be more just
this
sitting on.
is gonna be a heavy weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be a mad one.
Yeah, so you got some pretty good shows coming up.
Yeah, man.
Big EP dropping.
Super
Exciting fucking year, bro.
Gas. Yeah, man. Very, very gas. I have no idea how it's gonna go, so we're just here for the ride, man.
Just taking it one day at a time, yeah?
Yeah, literally.
That's the way to do it, man. Yeah, dude. I'm hyped.
Yeah.
Should we get some food after this? Maybe have a pint or something?
Yeah,
For
let's
sure?
get a pint. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Well, bro, thank you so much for coming on.
Of course, bro. Thanks for
Amazing
having me.
time. Yeah, what's the name of this studio, by the way? Here in
Premier Podcast Studio.
shout out Premier Podcast Studios for hooking us up with a nice studio here to do this in London. And hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Make sure to check out Omar. What's your IG handle is?
Omar Plus.
Omar Plus.
Yes, sir.
TikTok as well.
Yep.
You guys have an Instagram?
Premier Podcast Studio.
Premier Podcast Studios. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Let's go.